changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman and the Halloween special triple header. And our first of the triple header today will be Trick and Treat, set in Whittleton Creek. This is a trending contract, and the contract ID is up on the screen now for anyone who wishes to have a go at it, and has been supplied to us today courtesy of L2SJ 2020. So today's briefing: two young men named Isaac and Malachi want to sacrifice the town's adults to a corn god, starting with 5 homeowners who didn't give out candy bars last Halloween. Although this contract is extremely petty, completing it takes care of 2 Providence VIPs and may provide insight into this suspiciously quaint neighborhood. So today we have 5 targets available to us, with no stipulations on how we go about dispatching them or what we wear whilst we do so. So we have a free map. So for today's challenge, we will be starting at the default location, and we will be bringing with us our ever trusty lockpick, a lethal syringe, and as always, our silenced pistol. Everything else is available to us on the map. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to do a little bit of legwork first of all. Set a few things up. So we're going to head over to the cannabis farm in the garage here, and we are going to recover this cannabis joint. That will come in handy a little bit later on, and then from there we're going to move on to Helen West's basement, where we will then acquire ourselves some eggmatic and some lethal poisons. And I should warn you at this point, we will be spending quite a bit of time waiting around, mostly for Janus, but we do have to wait a few other people out as well. So we're just going to vault over the fence into Helen West's garden, down the basement stairs, lockpick our way into the basement, retrieve the eggmatic poison and the lethal poison before exiting Helen West's property. And we're now going to go and get ourselves a change of disguise, and that change of disguise will be the Exterminator, which we will wear for the majority of this Halloween special. It's the closest to a scary outfit that we have, and we will abandon it towards the end. So we're just going to make our way over to James Batty's property, and out the front here next to the bug swat van we will find the Exterminator. So once the young lady in the distance has run off, we're going to pounce on the Exterminator, render him unconscious, and drag his body into the bushes before taking his outfit and both of the keys that he drops. So once we have all of that done, we can then let ourselves into James Batty's garden, and while we're here we're going to take out a camera on Nolan Cassidy's side house, or the side of his house there, and that will come in useful a bit later on. So once we have that done, we can now approach the boat and add our cannabis joint to the pack of cigarettes there. And all we have to do is await the arrival of Mr. James Batty. Now you can, if you so wish, not bother with the cannabis joint, make your way straight into James Batty's garden once you have the Exterminator outfit, and just render him unconscious. It won't matter if he sees you. But for the purposes of the video, I like to be a little bit cinematic, or theatrical, so we're gonna let him smoke himself into oblivion before we move in for the kill. So once he has passed out, we're gonna take his unconscious lightweight body and we are going to dump him in the creek. Now again, you could put 2 in his back very quickly and hide the body and save yourself some time, or snap his neck. The choice is yours. I chose the creek. So once we have our first target dealt with, we are going to exit James Batty's garden via the gate we came in and immediately make our way into Nolan Cassidy's garden, where we've already dispatched the camera. We're going to add our eggmatic poison to the fumigation machine here, and we're in for our first wait while we wait for Nolan Cassidy and his bodyguard to enter into the property. Now they go in via the garage, so make sure they're well inside the kitchen area before you turn on the fumigation machine, as the garage is not covered. So with the machine now switched on, we can make our way in through the kitchen window whilst everyone in the building is getting sick and is looking for a place to throw up. We're going to take this opportunity to take out the cameras. Not strictly necessary, but every little helps. We're then going to make our way into the bathroom where we will locate Nolan Cassidy. And we are not going to drown him in the toilet just yet. As you can see, there is one guard lagging somewhat behind, and if we take out Nolan Cassidy now, he will change his direction and he will come into this bathroom and catch us in the act. So we're just going to wait for him to leave and make a safe distance before we drown Nolan Cassidy in the toilet. Do be aware that the slow moving guard will make his way into that bathroom because he hasn't found somewhere else to throw up yet. So we need to jump immediately out of the window once Cassidy has been dispatched. Then from here we're going to make our way back to Helen West's house, and this time we're going around and in via the garage. So we're just going to run all the way around the block, round to the front of Helen West's house, and we are going to lockpick our way into the garage. There is a guard and a gardener behind us, but they will not see you. And we're going to close the garage door behind us once we've entered, and we are going to turn on the vacuum cleaner in the corner of the room. That will get Helen West's attention, and when she comes in to investigate, we can pull out our silenced pistol and we're going to plant 2 in her back because she is a serial killer. So live by the gun, die by the gun, even though she mostly poisons people. So Helen West now taken care of. We're going to hide her body in the chest freezer provided because 2 bullets in the back does not look like an accident. So we're going to open the garage door, select our lethal syringe, and we're going to move on to our next target, Mr. Haskell. And he is the gentleman in the far corner of the map who will berate anyone who goes near his property, especially if they step on his nice lawn. So we're just going to duck down and wait behind the pickup truck here, and eventually Mr. Haskell will make his way off of his balcony there and stand at the front of his property, and we can then move in behind him, jab him with our lethal syringe, and down he goes. So that is 4 targets now taken care of, and we begin the tedious task of waiting for old man Janus. So we're going to cross over to the house with the boat outside, lockpick our way into the garage. We're going to make our way through the basement and into Janus's property. Now, I was at one point thinking we will keep the exterminator outfit on for the atmospheric effect, but at the very last second I decide to change my mind, and we are going to don one of Janus's bodyguard's outfits, which is just in the corner here. So we're just going to put on the outfit, not strictly necessary, but it will make things slightly easier. So we're going to continue on through the tunnel to Janus's basement. We're going to locate Mr. Janus wherever he is. There he is. We're just going to wait for the guard in the basement to move away before we ascend the stairs to the house proper. And as you can see, Janus and his bodyguard Gunther are currently making their way down the stairs. So we are going to wait right here for Janus to go through his routine in the front room, the kitchen and the garden, and we're going to wait for him to make his way back upstairs. Now there is one enforcer in the kitchen where we need to be, so we're just going to wait for him to make his way to the far end of the kitchen, and when he turns to walk away, we have just enough time to make our way into the kitchen, pour old man Janus a nice hot cup of tea, and then add some extra herbs and spices. So for the purposes of the video, I will be sticking around for the kill, although that is not necessary, and if you so wish, you can leave immediately and await by the exit of your choice. Obviously, for the purposes of the video, I will be sticking around, and I am waiting a considerable amount of time, but eventually Janus will make his way back down the stairs, and on his way to the kitchen he will spot the cup of tea that we have prepared for him, and he will move in to drink it, and we will get a nice clear view of the kill as long as Gunther gets out of the way. I love the bathrobe there, mate. It's very professional. So Janus is going to drink the tea and immediately not feel very well and crack his head on the counter on the way down. It is a very slow descent to the floor. He is an old man after all. He doesn't do very many things fast. So with all of our targets now dealt with, we are going to make our way down into the basement once again, and we are going to collect up the garbage man outfit and head for the garbage man or the garbage van exit, which is just in the corner of the map here, just past Mr. Henskell's house. So there we go, our first Halloween special of the evening, and a nice successful run of assassinations. So we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we will get our silent assassin rating. So that's our first of the Halloween specials. I will see you again in the next one in about an hour's time. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.